Hello everyone. I was tagged by Dwyllis to do the too much information crafty tag questions. I will put a link to Dwyllis's channel below. Thank you, Dwyllis. I was a bit apprehensive about doing this because I don't like showing my face on videos and things like that, but then I found out I don't have to, so I'm going to just give you this crown to look at that I successfully printed onto fabric, and I'm quite happy with myself for that. So while I answer these questions, let's get to it. What do you wear while crafting? Usually something casual and something that it doesn't matter if it's going to get paint or glue on it. I usually just a pair of pants and a casual loose top. That's basically what I wear while I'm crafting. If I go out, then I just get changed. So, can you say what you have, a crafting supply that you have been in love with? Lace and glitter. Have you found a product that is completely unsatisfactory and didn't do what it was supposed to? I have. A while ago I found something, but I just cannot remember, so I will insert it here. I'll have to think about what it was, but I'll insert it across the screen and tell you what I was disappointed in. How large is your crafting space? My crafting space is very tiny. I have a desk that is 2.2 meters long by 50 centimeters wide, which is about 2.5 yards by 20 inches wide, and that's it. I have one wall and it just goes up to the ceiling. I store upwards, so I have a very small area, but it works for me. I mean, basically we all end up with this much room to craft anyway. I've noticed. So it doesn't matter if you have a whole room, we all end up crafting in this 40, this scrapbook size space. How often do you shop for supplies? When I need to. If I need to have like more glossy accents, I will go and get it, but not very often. It's on a need to have basis, not just for the luxury of having it. Unless it, once a month I may buy some wedding appliques every 1 month or every second month or something like that. So I don't shop very often for supplies. Do you have more hobbies other than crafting? I used to love gardening, and I really would like to start that up again this year. Do you have a crafting budget? No, not really, because like I said, I don't shop a lot. I usually, if anything, op shop, and I may allow myself $20 a week, but not always. It depends what mood I'm in, and if I need anything. Sometimes I don't need anything, but then sometimes there might be just something there that would be nice to have. If you are a paper crafter, what are the 2 things other than paper and glue that you feel should always be used together? Well, on the odd occasion that I make cards, I actually think lace and flowers. I just think they're a lovely combination, and probably pearls and beads as well. What is your favourite paper company that you use or have used before? The majority of my paper would have to be Craft because it's easy to come by in Australia. I do have some Prima and I love it. I love the thickness of it, but then I've got one sheet of G45, which is the butterfly sheet, and I love the thickness of that as well. So if I could get it, I probably would get it. Although, it's pretty expensive over here. What else? What are your favourite glues? Helmar's glue. I DT for Helmar, but I always bought Helmar glue before I DT'd for them anyway. They are my favourite glue. What is something new that you would like to try in crafting? I would love to try more, what's it called? Oh gosh, I'll put it on the screen. Oh dear. What is your favourite embellishment? Lace at the moment. At what age did you start crafting? Now this is a strange question to me, because I grew up with an idea of crafting, and to me I wasn't a crafter, because to me the idea of crafting people, they made those fussy little tissue box covers and those fussy little toilet roll covers, and I would never make that sort of thing. So to me, I thought, no, I'm not going to craft. So what I did was I played with paper, I sewed, I made things out of fabric and things, but it never occurred to me it was actually crafting. So I guess I've been crafting for a long time but didn't realize it. So age, I used to love drawing too when I was, so I'd probably say about 10 it started at drawing, and then it went to making clothes for myself as a teenager, and then different things throughout my life, helping my children with school things. So yeah. When is your birthday? The 14th of July. How much do you spend on crafting supplies a month approximately? Not a lot. Not a lot. Probably, if I bought a lot, maybe $40 to $50. That would be the maximum. Unless it was my birthday or something and I was given some money to spend. But no, I don't spend that much. What is your favourite quote right now? Oh, right now, okay. I love quotes, but I don't have a particular one that, I adhere to for a long time. But I suppose, don't look back, you're not going that way. That's a fun one, and that's sort of, appropriate for this particular time. So, don't look back, you're not going that way. Out of all the tools you own, what is your favourite? I would have to say probably my sewing machine. Apart from basics like glues and scissors and cutters and things like that. My sewing machine. What is your favourite colour? The blue group, and that ranges from the teal blues right through to the deeper blues. I do love the blue colour family, but nothing bright. Not a bright colour person. Do you listen to music while crafting? No. Where do you go when you need inspiration, or what do you do? I go to Pinterest. That is my #1 place, and then I also love reading people's blogs. Now, I don't comment on blogs because I find it seems to take an eternity. Sometimes I do, but it seems to take an eternity on my computer to comment on blogs. But I love reading people's blogs. I love looking at their pictures. So yeah, Pinterest and blogs. Number 21. How long does it take you to pull things together to start a project? Depending on the project. If it's something that I just get inspired to make, not long. Not long. It's just bam bam, it's ready, and then I just add to it as I go along. If it's something I feel that I don't particularly want to do, but it needs to be done sort of thing, then it could take a while because I'm just not into it that much. How long does it normally take you to finish a project? Not long. Once again, if it's something I'm inspired to do, I love doing it and I just do it. But then if I get interrupted and have to put it down, that's where the problem lies. Then, it may take a while to pick it back up again. So, have you ever felt overwhelmed with crafting? Meaning you have more ideas or things to do than you can get done. If so, what do you do to prevent that overwhelming feeling? I don't normally get overwhelmed, but I did recently with the books because it was such a big job, bigger than I anticipated, and I think I was I had to shrug off the feeling actually and just do it, because the more you thought about it, the more I thought about it, the more overwhelmed I felt. And it wasn't until somebody actually said to me, it may be overwhelmed by it, that I actually thought I actually am. And so I had to stop thinking about it and just do it. And it worked. So thank you to that person. They know who they are. How much do you spend on shipping each month? Too much at the moment. Far too much. So I'm not even mentioning prices, ladies. And I spent too much last year. And I really need to wind that in and be smarter and be more particular sort of thing. Do you limit how many challenges you do each month? If so, how do you choose which to do and which to pass on? I would love to do every challenge that I saw, but I don't, because I have I do 2 projects a month for Helmars. I do 2 projects a month for Lily, and if I can incorporate them, I will. And I like to, you know, at least do 2 of my own projects that I want to specifically do as well. And I'd prefer to do like challenges that I haven't done. Like the last one I did was the domino. I'd never done a domino before, and I love doing that. So anything new that I haven't tried and that, you know, hasn't been done a bazillion times on YouTube as well, then that is fun to try. But I would like to do more. Tell the reason why you joined YouTube. The reason I joined YouTube was so that I could be part of Louise's crafty group on Facebook, and that is the only reason I joined YouTube. I didn't even realize there was a crafty community on YouTube, and which is weird because my children have always been on YouTube, and it never occurred to me that people would actually do stuff I liked on YouTube. So I specifically joined to join Louise's group on Facebook. And that's it. Why are you afraid to... What are you afraid to try in crafting, and why? What am I afraid to? Probably mixed media. And that was the answer to the other, you know, is there one that I'd like to try? Mixed media. I'd love to try it, but I'm also a little bit wary of trying it because people do it so well, and which is silly really, because, you know, if it doesn't work out, that's it. It just doesn't work out. So yeah, that would be the answer to that one. Has a project you made ever frustrated you so bad that it made you cry? No. When was the last time you threw a half-finished project away because it didn't turn out as planned? Never. I've never thrown it away. I've put things away until a later date. I've got like 3 in a drawer that I just wasn't into at the time. I still like them, but the time will come when I go back to them, I'm sure. If you could change your YouTube name to one that reflected your crafting style as well as yourself, what would it be? I don't know. I don't think my YouTube name matches me at all because it's about scrapping, like scrapbooking, I guess, and I don't scrapbook on it. So crafting forever? I don't know. I really don't know. How long has it been since you made something for yourself to keep? Not long. I made my little pin roll, my little, what is it called, my little needle roll. Yeah, I made that and I'm keeping that. So that's what, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, probably don't make enough stuff for myself. I tend to give everything away. So what are you working on now? At the moment I am just packaging up books. I'm working on an art dress. Okay. What is the last YouTube video you watched? I watched this morning Lily in America. Yeah. I'm living through her at the moment. I would love to shop in America, but okay. Who is the last person on YouTube that you spoke to via private message? Spoke to probably Hazel. Hi Hazel, if you're watching. She doesn't have a computer at the moment. Do you have siblings or relatives that craft? No. No, I was the only one who was crafty in my family. I think my mother sewed when she was younger and when we were younger, but it wasn't for crafting, it was more for necessity. But my children craft, so, you know, they have their own crafts, so I like that. And number 36, what's your favourite food or snack to snack on while crafting? I don't snack while I'm crafting. What product are you hoping to purchase in the near future? I want to get some sprays, you know, the coloured sprays. What are they? Lindy's, things like that. Some nice coloured sprays. What is the last place you bought supplies? Where is the last place you bought supplies? And did you get a good deal on them? The last place I bought supplies was Zenderly. I got some wedding applique that arrived the other day, and yes, I did get a good deal on them. Thank you, Rosella. What is some of your favourite tutorial channels? I watch a lot of channels, but they're not always tutorials, so how-tos. I haven't actually had a chance to watch a lot of videos lately because I've been very busy, so, and my computer's not in this room, so yeah. Tutorials, okay, how-tos. They might not be recent, but I can name a few that I really like watching. There was Lily. I like to watch her tutorials on how she does things. I think that's good. There's Jane from Velocity 08. She's very good with tutorials. There's also who else does good tutorials? There's Fiona. She bazillion tutorials on all sorts. Who else? Oh, I watched one. Marion Smith. I watched one of her tutorials the other day. That was good because I hadn't seen that before, so that was a good tutorial. Lots of ladies do things, but they're not always done in the form of a tutorial, so yeah. If I can remember some more, I'll put them on the screen anyway, because there are a lot, but I'm not in my computer. Where are we up to? What channel shows the best hauls with the best deals? Probably a lot, but I don't watch haul videos that much because most of them are from Michael's or Joanne's or something like that, and I can't actually buy from there, so yeah. I do like to watch thrift shop hauls. I love to watch thrift shop hauls. So Diana, who's Spare Marbles, she does a lot of thrift shop hauls, I'm pretty sure. And Marlene does some really nice ones too, and there's probably a whole group, but I actually don't watch a lot of hauls. Favourite kind of sweet candies? Not really a sweet person. I do like dark chocolate, but you know, only because it's dark you don't need a lot of it. I'm more of a savoury person. Do you have any professional art or craft training or degrees? No. Out of all of the projects that you have ever done, what was your favourite? My favourite would probably have to be my first art dress that I sent to Wendy, and I was so thrilled how it turned out. Yeah, that would have to be my favourite. Since being on YouTube, what is the one project share that you've seen that impressed you so much that you can still remember it? The best project I've ever seen that really... Okay, I may have to come back to that one because I just can't remember at the moment. There's a few that stick in my mind. What was the last thing you did, non-crafty, where you had fun? Fun? Probably playing in the pool with my kids a couple of weeks ago. It's getting a bit cooler now. It's still warm, but you know, not pool-worthy warm. So yeah, playing, oh no, yeah, cleaning the pool with my kids, trying to get toads and things out. It was terrible, but it was hilarious. Which best describes you? Full-time crafter, you sell your craft items. Part-time crafter, works outside of home, or part-time crafter, homemaker. The third one, part-time crafter, homemaker. Who is the last person that you haven't seen on YouTube in a while that you private message just to check on them? Wendy, who I think she's Lolly Dolly Crafts. She had an accident a long time ago with some Tim Holtz scissors, I think, and I mean, it wasn't recent that I messaged her, but she would have been the last person I sort of checked on to make sure she was alright. Oh, hang on, it could have been Hazel too after that, but I'm always messaging Hazel, so I don't know whether that was checking or just keeping in contact. Have you ever watched YouTube videos while crafting but didn't leave a comment? Did you feel guilty for not leaving a comment? I don't watch YouTube videos while I'm crafting. My computer's not in this room. But I don't always leave comments, because actually I sometimes do, but then I click onto another video before I press the post thing, and so it doesn't get left behind. I'm terrible. Or if it's in like a playlist, I go to write the comment and it skips to the next video before I can finish the comment. So sometimes that happens, but I often leave comments. I try to leave comments, but I don't always leave comments. So. Do you subscribe to other YouTube channels that are non-crafty? If so, which ones? Yes, I do. I subscribe to some cooking channels and lifestyle channels and a couple of music channels. Yeah, I do, but not a lot of other ones. Do you? Oh, who would you like to hear answer these questions? Tag 5 people if possible. I'd like to hear everybody answer the questions, I guess. So feel yourself tagged. I'm going to actually copy and paste these questions and put them in the description box below, so if anybody wants to do it, they have the questions. Don't have to message me, but you know, if you do it, message me so I can go watch it. That would be lovely. Okay, so I'm going to go back and answer that other question now, and it's where is it? Okay, since being on YouTube, what is the one project share that you've seen that impressed you so much that you can still remember it? Okay, the first one would be a swap that Trisha and Lily did. It was the packaging that impressed me so much on that swap. That was the first time I'd seen a swap where the packaging was absolutely gorgeous. So that one, which was probably well over a year ago now, that impressed me. There was also some flowers that Tash made. They're lovely shabby chic type flowers with these pearl centers. They were really beautiful. Also recently Live Art Now did an Easter egg, and also the Passion for Craft did, I think it was a Fabershade egg. Yeah, so they were really lovely, and they're the latest ones sort of in my mind. I think Far once made the most beautiful box. It was a square box, and it was very romantic and shabby chic, and had pearls twisted through all the shabbiness. Now that was a beautiful box. That did impress me as well. So, but I mean, lots of people impress me, and I have these images, and I have a little favorite list, and I go back and look, and yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I hope I haven't bored you to death. I really do. With my crown. Okay, ladies and gents, have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me. Oh, and also, yeah, give me a message if you decide to do this as well, so I don't miss it. That would be nice. Thank you, Dwyllis, for tagging me in this. It was a nice breakup from crafty videos, wasn't it? And I like the way this one isn't too intrusive as well. I mean, some of them, they ask, you know, something about showering and things. Nobody really needs to know that, do they? No. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.